Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. How to diagnose engine overheating in a trailer truck, quick guide. When a trailer truck's engine overheats, it's more than an inconvenience, it's a serious risk. Ignoring the warning signs can lead to costly repairs or even roadside breakdowns, putting drivers and cargo in danger. The good news? Catching the problem early often comes down to recognizing a few key symptoms, like rising temperature gauges or coolant leaks. Let's break down how to spot these red flags before they turn into major setbacks. Common causes range from low coolant levels to a failing water pump, but the fix starts with knowing what to look for. Whether you're a seasoned driver or manage a fleet, this guide will walk you through the steps to diagnose overheating, fast. Understanding the causes of engine overheating. Engine overheating in a trailer truck doesn't happen randomly, there's usually a clear culprit. Pinpointing the cause early can save you from expensive breakdowns or long delays. Whether it's a mechanical failure or harsh driving conditions, identifying the issue is the first step toward a fix. Let's break down the most common reasons a truck engine overheats. Coolant system failures. The coolant system is your engine's cooling lifeline. If it fails, heat builds up fast. Leaks are the usual suspect. Cracked hoses, a damaged radiator, or a loose hose clamp can let coolant escape. Low coolant levels mean there's not enough fluid to absorb and transfer heat. Air pockets trapped in the system can also disrupt circulation, creating hot spots. Visible leaks under the truck, green, red, or yellow fluid. Low coolant reservoir levels without an obvious leak could indicate internal engine issues. Bubbling sounds from the radiator, often a sign of air in the system. A quick inspection of hoses, connections, and the radiator itself can often reveal the problem before it escalates. Thermostat malfunctions. The thermostat regulates coolant flow, opening when the engine warms up and closing to help it reach operating temperature. If it gets stuck closed, coolant can't circulate, causing rapid overheating. A stuck open thermostat isn't as urgent but can make the engine run too cool, hurting fuel efficiency. Overheating despite full coolant levels. Erratic temperature gauge behavior, sudden spikes or drops. Weak cabin heat, a sign coolant isn't flowing properly. Testing the thermostat is straightforward, most mechanics can check it in minutes. Radiator blockages. Dirt, debris, or mineral buildup can clog the radiator's tiny passages, restricting airflow and coolant movement. Over time, this cuts cooling efficiency. External blockages, like packed mud or bugs, are just as problematic, especially if the truck operates in dusty environments. Temperatures rise at highway speeds, when airflow should be highest. Sludge or gunk in the radiator, visible during flushing. Coolant looks dirty or rusty, indicates internal corrosion. Regular flushing and cleaning the radiator's exterior fins can prevent this issue. External factors like heavy loads or hot weather. Sometimes the problem isn't mechanical, it's situational. Hauling heavy loads forces the engine to work harder, generating more heat. Extreme weather compounds the issue, with summer heat reducing the radiator's ability to dissipate warmth. Overheating only under heavy loads or uphill climbs. High temps combined with slow traffic, less airflow over the radiator. In these cases, upgrading to a high-capacity cooling system or adjusting driving habits, like reducing speed in extreme heat, can help. Identifying symptoms of engine overheating. Spotting an overheating engine early can mean the difference between a quick fix and a costly breakdown. While some signs are obvious, others creep up quietly. Here's how to recognize the warning signals before they escalate. Rising temperature gauge readings. Your dashboard temperature gauge is the first line of defense. A needle creeping toward the red zone or a digital warning light flashing means trouble. Normal operating temps vary by engine, but anything above 230 degrees Fahrenheit, 110 degrees Celsius, demands immediate attention. If the gauge climbs only under load, like hauling uphill, it could point to a failing cooling system struggling to keep up. Ignoring it risks warped cylinders or blown head gaskets. Key things to watch. Sudden spikes when idling or accelerating. Fluctuations without an obvious cause, like a stuck thermostat. Consistently high readings, even after the engine cools down. Steam or smoke from the hood. Steam billowing from under the hood screams overheating. It usually means coolant is boiling out of the system, often from a ruptured hose, cracked radiator, or failed water pump. White smoke smells sweet, thanks to burning coolant, while blue-tinged smoke hints at oil mixing where it shouldn't. Pull over immediately. Driving further can crack the engine block. What to look for. Puddles under the truck. Coolant leaks leave colorful stains. Hissing sounds. Pressurized coolant escaping. A syrupy smell inside the cab. Antifreeze leaking onto hot parts. Unusual engine noises or performance issues. An overheating engine doesn't just run hot, it acts differently. Listen for knocking or pinging sounds as metal parts expand beyond tolerances. Power loss under acceleration? That's the engine pulling back to protect itself. In severe cases, the truck might stall or refuse to restart until it cools. Red flags include misfires or rough idling, heat messing with sensors or fuel delivery. Throttle lag, the ECU reducing power to prevent damage. Oil pressure warnings, thinned oil from extreme heat can't lubricate properly. Catching these signs early lets you act before a minor issue becomes a roadside disaster. Step-by-step diagnostic process. Engine overheating isn't a guessing game. You need a methodical approach to find the root cause fast. Skipping steps or jumping to conclusions wastes time and money. Follow this system to diagnose the issue like a pro. Initial visual inspection. Start with a walk-around. Many overheating problems leave obvious clues. Look for coolant leaks, puddles or dried stains under the truck, green, red, or yellow. Check hose connections, the radiator, and the water pump. Damaged belts. A loose or cracked serpentine belt can stop the water pump from circulating coolant. Debris buildup, mud, bugs, or leaves clogging the radiator fins block airflow. Pop the hood while the engine is cool. Inspect for swollen or cracked hoses. Corrosion around the radiator cap or coolant reservoir. Oil mixed with coolant. A milky sludge under the oil cap signals a head gasket leak. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll walk through the step-by-step diagnostic process and tools you'll need. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.